Alright, hello everybody, my name is Index. I'm going to be explaining Great Britain. This has been requested by a few people at this point, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit the disclaimer that I'm not going to get it every time. In fact, if I get it once throughout this entire tutorial, I'll be pretty happy. Please keep in mind I'm very rusty as I don't run this game that actively anymore. So it can definitely be made consistent. I'll be completely honest, the best I ever got this was like a 70% consistency, but I also only practiced it for like a week, so do with that information as you will. Okay, so basically, Great Britain is a trick we use to skip the Helmrock King, and what you want to do is you want to maneuver your way up to the top, get behind Helmrock, and this is a glitch version, keep that in mind. And then we're going to leaf to right here, this little ledge, right where it connects with the wall. And if you leaf correctly, then you can roll clip into the ground like I am right now. You can come over here, you can roll here, like it's completely safe. You crawl under this little block thing, and then you just jump to the ramp and you do the same movement as normal after skipping Helmrock. If you need the damage down, you can roll into the spikes, all that stuff. Just, you know, keep that in mind. Damaging isn't too big of a deal right now. Optimally, you should be able to get this trick with 1 tick of magic. This should only take 1 tick of magic. If it's taking 2 ticks for you each time, then you likely need to think about the angle you're jumping at, so keep that in mind. That is very important because if you use too much magic trying this trick, it will mess you up later. And if you are going to do this, if you are going to attempt Great Britain in your runs, then then you need to, in FF2, when you're getting ready to do door clip and you're doing the last item hop where you pull leaf, you should only use 3 ticks of magic there. That one's not as important. If you end up using 4, you can still do this trick and get away with it, but you have to keep in mind magic will be tight for the rest of the run. Alright. So, I'm actually going to explain the roll clip first because I'm already clipped into it. Because, well, I got it once. And, you know, I was a bit surprised, but I got it. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. So, basically, the roll clip you want to grab right at this edge. There are a lot of different ways it can fail, which is why it's so intimidating. And it's also not intuitive, which is a bit weird. At first when I was attempting this trick, I thought, oh, well, you know, you just roll perpendicular to the wall, like every roll clip. Which you might think, oh, roll that way. Because you grab the ledge, you roll into the wall. That's what you want. There are 2 reasons why you don't do that. First off, the ledge is right there, so if you have a bad angle, you might get the clip and then you might fall. That's a thing that could potentially happen. It's never happened to me, but it could happen. And yes, you can, I do want to clarify, yes, you can get it using that angle. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can get it using that angle. The angle you actually want to use, well, the reason why you don't want to use that angle is because the wall that you're in isn't actually, this wall right here that I'm putting the camera through. It's this wall that I'm putting the camera through, the one that Link's currently standing in. So perpendicular to the wall is actually more like this way. So that's the angle you want to roll for your roll clip. It's a little weird, but I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but it's just more consistent, and I'd recommend always trying to do your roll clip at this angle, like directly where I'm okay, well, right, like this angle-ish, directly into this face of the wall. That's what I've found the most success with, and that's what I'd recommend to everybody. Okay, so, I think that gets the major bits out of the way. The thing I see the most people struggle with, which, you know, I've only seen people attempt this recently, is actually making the jump over to do the roll clip, which is, you know, if you don't get that part, you can't even get to the second part. So I imagine people will struggle with the second part too, but we'll focus on that for now. So I'm just going to reload the map real quick. I am using the hacker, keep that in mind, but I will not use door cancel throughout the entirety of the tutorial. Okay, so normal helm rock movement, I still do the old school way. I think a lot of people have gone to the target cam method. I'm not really sure how that works though. So basically, okay, actually you want to be you want to be really fast. Another thing to keep in mind is just real quick, I'm gonna do this. You can see Helmrock's head, like Helmrock starts pecking and then the head moves to the side. You can't go while the head is moved to the side, like towards the wall. If you try to go, the head will block you and you won't get the jump. So going fast is the main way I've figured out how to avoid that. So if you're practicing this, this is actually really important. Start your item slide up here so Helmrock's landed. Go back down the wall, and then go back up. And then you make the jump. And that was a bad jump, and I'll explain why in a second. But that's just like the first thing. You have to be quick. Like you can't wait to get your angles right, you just have to go for it. And you know, you probably can wait if you wait out when the head is closer to the wall, but well, I mean, going fast is essence of speedrun. So I'd recommend just trying to go quick. Alright, so the jump. So you come up with your normal speed. I like to have a camera angle kind of like this, and then I basically just roll the stick back. I might get stopped by Helmrock's head, but yeah, so I got stopped by Helmrock's head there. I like to roll the stick back really fast. I'll try to go for it really quick and then explain afterward. Yeah, so that's not bad. It wasn't nearly far enough down right though, and that's why I got stopped at like this part of the wall. I'm gonna turn gyro on. Normally you wouldn't have gyro on for this, or at least I wouldn't, because you're about to go to barrier skip, but I just like having gyro. So I got stopped right here. Like my jump momentum got stopped because I ran into the wall. And you want that, but you don't want it right there. You want your jump momentum to be stopped right here. If you're having your jump stopped right here, and then you're jumping into the wall, and then you pull leaf, that's the right spot. That is good. That is a good one. If you get stopped right here, cancel it, go for normal Helmrock skip. That's actually another thing I should mention. If you fail this, do not try it again. Just don't. Just go for normal Helmrock skip, because magic routing, at least currently, magic routing in any percent is not that lenient, so you should just try it again. Or like, you should just go for normal Helmrock skip and not try it again. It's not worth it. It loses like 3 to 4 seconds to fail. Just leave it. You missed it. It's fine. And that will happen. I guess I should mention this trick saves like 7-ish seconds. Ish. Yeah, ish. Keep in mind that's a strong ish. But yeah. So down here. And quick. And then you grab the wall and you go for the roll clip right there. I think I was a little too far to the right there. It's hard to tell, but you can kind of see like I got stopped on the wall right here, and that's why I got the jump. I didn't actually mean to climb up immediately. I just wanted to show off the jump and then hold for the roll clip. But I'll try it again and see if I can get the roll clip now. I don't know if I'll be able to get the roll clip, I'll be completely honest. So that was a really low jump. You can see my angle wasn't sharp enough, and I got a jump when I was like right here, so I just didn't get enough height. So that's another thing to keep in mind. There are a lot of ways to fail this, and that's why I think it's so intimidating. It's a pretty brutal trick, I'll be completely honest. That time I probably just canceled leaf at the wrong time. That time I think I was too far to the left, so it canceled my grab. You saw Link did the little animation to grab, but then he didn't grab. Yeah, so this time I grabbed. I'm not sure if this is actually far enough to the left or not. I feel like I should be a little farther to the left, but keep in mind, like, that's kind of a thing you get a feel for after a while. And like I said, I'm pretty rusty at this point. Like, I haven't been doing this trick for 6+ months, so keep that in mind, please. I promise it can be made more consistent than what you're seeing right now. But at this point, you'd climb up and you'd try to roll clip into the wall. If it doesn't work, then you just go for normal Helmrock skip. If it does work, you got it. Congrats. Yeah, so that time, I think I was a little too far to the right. I was either It's kind of hard to tell. I'll be completely honest. I was either too far to the right or too far to the left. Yeah, that helps you a lot, doesn't it? But if you're too far to the left and you go for the roll clip, then sometimes Link will just instantly grab the wall, which I'm not really sure why. Or maybe that's because he's too far to the right. Actually, yeah, that should be because he's too far to the right. Because if he's too far to the left, he should just go into the wall. But if he's too far to the right, then he might try to grab the wall. But there are a lot of different ways this can fail, which, again, one of the things that makes tricks difficult is being able to recognize why and how something failed, and how to prevent that in the future. This trick is very hard to do that with, at least with the current method. And, you know, maybe there can be like a max angle turn or something that makes this a little bit easier. I don't know. But, it is very difficult to tell. Also, I guide the leaf when I'm doing the jump, so I should have mentioned that. You don't just go neutral with the leaf, you guide the leaf. You might be able to go neutral, but I've never gotten it like that. I guide the leaf. I pretty much hold the same angle, and I just move the leaf towards that direction. So I always like to turn the camera and then go for the roll clip. And that's the whole trick. I know I didn't get it here, and I'll go for it like 2 more times just for the heck of it, but that really is the whole trick. It's not hard. The problem is it's hard to tell what's going on. Well, okay, it is hard because it's hard to tell what's going on. If you can tell what's going on and you get a feel for that, then it's actually not that bad. Oh, I didn't actually soft reset, did I? Yeah, I don't know. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm rusty, but I'm running for a little bit currently, so might be able to help you with stuff. I don't know. And good luck. This is a hard trick. If you get it, it looks really sick and it saves a decent amount of time though. So I think that was too far, like the jump didn't go far enough, so that was a bad down right angle. Like, same thing. Same thing. That one looked okay, and maybe this will work, I don't know. Yep, okay, so there it is. And obviously you want to be a bit faster. You can turn the camera behind Link while you're setting up for the roll clip. Like, that works completely fine. But you don't want to wait like I did. I waited to show off that I got it, and then I went for it. You can just go, and the camera can still get behind Link in time. Like, I promise that's a thing. Even though you didn't see it here, I promise that's a thing. And that's about it. Like, there's not much more to it. Again, if you're going for this, try to limit yourself to 3 ticks of magic when you do the leafing in FF2. That's not a hard thing to do. I promise that part is not hard at all. And don't go for this more than once. If you fail it once, just go. It's not worth it. And yeah. Alright. Hope this helps someone, and I hope people start doing this, because this is a really cool trick, and it saves a decent amount of time. It is hard to learn, just because so many things can go wrong. It's kind of like door clip, but a little easier. And it is a roll clip. If you aren't at least 75%, roughly 75% consistent with roll clips, I wouldn't recommend going for this, because like it is a roll clip. It's as hard as every other roll clip in the game. It's frame perfect, and arguably it's harder because you don't know which ones should work and which ones should not work when you first start out practicing this trick. It can be consistent though, and practicing helps a lot. Feel free to reach out to me in the Discord, or no, I'm not gonna read the YouTube comments, I'll be completely honest. Feel free to reach out to me in the Discord, I'll post a link to that in the description. And yeah, good luck.